I think this particular work by VIKI is really interesting because he's combining very different art historical references. So you have Mona Lisa, who's, it's this Renaissance iconic painting, but then also through his materials and technique by collecting receipts, garbage. He's also sort of responding to artists like John Chamberlain or Noah Purifoy, who are working in the US post-war, who use discarded materials. So in the case of John Chamberlain, he would get these cars and create these really amazing sculptures that sort of distort the car out of a car shape, but are almost like they almost look like crumpled tissues. And then Noah Purifoy, working in California, used all kinds of junk, all kinds of found materials that he saw by the side of the road, whether discarded mattresses or wooden signs, and created these amazing sculptures that live outdoors and respond to the elements. In VIKI's case, it's a much simpler process where he's not even going outside to collect these receipts. People are actually sending them in. So it's this participatory gesture that I think really is quite unique to our moment. Receipts really speak to our present. Every single time we go to the store, we get a paper receipt. But of course, things are becoming increasingly digital, and so perhaps in 10 years, there won't be any paper receipts, and we'll be looking at VIKI's work as this sort of record of the 2020s or the 2010s, and how we were a much more paper-centric culture. Yeah. My advice for VIKI, though, would be to really think about the connection between materials and the content of the painting. I'm not totally certain why Mona Lisa has been selected as a subject here. What is Mona Lisa's connection to the people who shared the receipts to create this work? And I think there could be a really interesting emphasis on the people who form the material of this painting and the subject, the imagery that we're looking at. Since this really is, in some ways, a collective participatory artwork, I think the content could be explored a little bit more directly in the imagery as well.